Hi, welcome everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you another app that can automate your cross-sectional data visualization, especially when you do a survey analysis. So it has multiple features. I will go through with it. So I will add cross-sectional data. So major indicator of the cross-sectional data is that the data has ordinal variables, nominal variables, and continuous variables, just like a Likert scale or demographics or any continuous data that you calculate. Okay, so even if you do analysis in your smart PLS, you can generate the latent variable data that will become your continuous variables, and then you have the item data, which is ordinal data, and then you have descriptives where you will have nominal data. So all of the data file that you have, you can use this app to create multiple charts and then create a report. So I will start with one example. So it can import CSV, Excel file, Stata file, or SPSS file. Okay, so let me get one data. So I have imported one sample data. When you import the data, you will be in the data and types window, which can uh, detect the data types automatically. But if anyone you want to change, you can change the data type. As for example, my variables are here. I know my here is ordinal. Okay, so I can change any of them if I think it's wrongly labeled. So when you update them, you can view the first few rows of the data. Okay, so if you want to change, you change and save, type override. So it will override the data. So it is explained here also in the left window. So if you wrongly label any data, what will happen is that it will give error when you make graphs. Okay, so this is one example. So let's go towards second type. So when you go to dashboard, it explains that it has three parts. First part is that it will do a distribution summary of the variable that you select here, focus of analysis. Then it will compare the variable with any discrete variable which will be available here, a nominal or ordinal. And then in the third case, it will compare with the continuous variable. Okay, so let's start. Let's say my first variable is board gender diversity. So it's a continuous variable. So it shows me a histogram, a QQ plot, and a box plot. All of them are dynamic plots. So you can click, you can make it bigger, you can zoom in. If you want to paste as a picture, you can update. Then it gives me the descriptive stats of the this variable. Okay, so all univariate. Okay, and then you can click to save any plot, and then you can apply other features. For example, I will save this one for the third part, and I will discuss it later on. Now I go to next type. I select a continuous discrete variable. Let's say I select the SDG no poverty disclosure. So when I select this, it will show me, because the base variable is discontinuous, it shows me two histograms of two categories. So SDG 1 no poverty and no poverty 2 no poverty false. You can overlay them or you can show them separate. It's up to you. So you can show like this. And let's say I save this also for future graphs. Okay. And then if you don't want to exclude missing values, you can also do it. It will help you. Let's say your this data no poverty has missing values, and if you select it, deselect it, then it will show the histogram with the missing values also. But since the data is not there, so that's why it's empty. Okay. Next, it shows you the ANOVA between the continuous dependent variable and the discrete independent. So there's F test and P value, so it means the means are changing. The eta square values are here for both variables. Okay, and then it gives you mean value of the continuous variable across the categories. So you can compare the data, you can save the tables, download it, and you can make it bigger, and if you want to take a screenshot. Okay, so I save this graph. Now we go to last type. So you select the continuous variable. So it will do a continuous versus continuous assessment. So we have two continuous variables. Now if you want to show box plot on the axis, you can add, or you can just remove it and then add it later on. So I will just select it as a save. I will update it in the third window. So it will give you three types of correlation between these two continuous variables. Now I come back, I select a discrete variable here just to show what are the changes. So let's say I select an ordinal variable which can be a Likert scale value. It gives me the column chart for all categories. So if it's a Likert scale, it will be 5 columns. Then it's normality chart and the box plot. So since there are very few true values and very too many false values, so it makes like that. And then so these are univariate graphs. You go down, it will show you the descriptive stats. Then if we compare with a discrete variable, let's say I select any other discrete variable, okay, and let it load. So it will sometimes take time because of the size of the data. This data that I'm sharing is big enough. It has 10,000 plus observations. So it will make a histogram, it will make a cross tabulation table because both variables are discrete. You want to show the row percentage or column percentage, it will show you the column percentage table and row percentage also. Okay, and then if I remove them, it will go away. And then if you want to, I will show you. So it will make the comparison column chart also. So you can see poverty has false, these many, in which these many are the other types for the other ordinal variable. And then there's a chi-square distribution test if they are significantly related or not. So this is the chi-square. And if you want to do Cronbach alpha, you just add the another ordinal variable. Okay, so it will show you the Cronbach alpha. Okay, so at least 3 variables are required. So one is a base and two this one. So it will show you the Cronbach alpha if you need. Then you can compare with the continuous variable. It is same as when you are doing continuous as a base and ordinal as a continuous. So there is this data because it's same as the previous one that I showed, and then you can overlay if you want, and then it shows you the ANOVA test and the histogram test. So this way you can compare. Now what I do is I will select, I will go to see report and edit. The graphs are not saved any because I refreshed it. I will come back, I will save one graph, I save this one maybe, and I go down and select another variable here and discrete, and then maybe overlay it and save this plot. Okay, so let it do because it will show it's running, and then go to the third type. So we have a continuous versus continuous variable, so I will just save it also. Okay, now we go back to the third page. So before going there, you should know that if you refresh it, by default it will select any of the continuous variable here, and then you can change it later on. Let's go to report page. This one is an interesting page. So I selected multiple graphs, so in the memory there are many, but you can refresh and reopen the page and maybe select few. So let's say we start with the histogram. I select this one, so it will show you the histogram here, and then you have multiple options to edit. I can remove the OLS trend line if I want, update. Okay, I want to add a histogram, box plot, or violin. So let's say I add a histogram and on y-axis also. So update chart, it will show histograms on both axes, and then you can maybe make it bigger, and then you can save it if you want. Save it using this download as a PNG, okay, or maybe screenshot. So I will just remove them. And then other options can be I can add a color for country, okay, size by any other continuous variable, and symbol maybe because of country. And then I can change the title and labels. So I update a chart. You can see now because of countries the colors are changing. Okay, so this way you can then update your graph. Now we pick another type. So we also have this histogram. So let's say we select the histogram. So we select the histogram, this one. Okay, so this type, it has two categories. So what we can do is you can color based upon maybe any other year. So it will update, it will try to make it if possible. Okay, and then if I remove it and then let's say I want to normalize, so it will convert the values into percentage. So if I change it, so it will convert it into percentage. Is from 0 to 1. Okay, and then bar mode is group. Okay, and it can be overlay like this. Okay, now it is percentage. Okay, so this way you can play with the more information in the graph. So I'll go back to first page. So this is the version number 1. So I would like you to give me feedback. The link for this Explorer will be shared in the comments, and you can open it, and then your feedback, I will use it to upgrade and add more features which are possible. But I will definitely try to learn and then update and try to use it in your research projects. Thank you.